We've seen scenes in Manipur over the weekend where women were actually blockading the army and preventing them from arresting those with arms. In fact, 12 Meitei militants, many of them with track records of being involved in attacks, were actually released because the women gave out the army. How do you respond to this when women themselves are not allowing the army to disarm some of these militant groups?
Yes, Rajdeep, in the past couple of hours and days, we have been seeing, these reports, but I would like to put your viewers to perspective that Manipuri women have always stood by non-violently since, the last counter-insurgency operations. Women have got a respect of both the army and the people in the last 30, 40 years of armed insurgency. And Indian military have a track record of actually handing armed, rebels who have been caught, so that unless there is a sort of societal, change to what is happening, the violence would go on. Women of Manipur, Maira Paibis, the mothers of Manipur, have been for the last 70 years and more than 114 years since the first and second Nupi Lal, have been protecting the people of Manipur. So for now, we should not, base one incident out of context, but rather see why the Indian military handed over to the Manipur. It is on the behalf the Indian National Security Advisory Board, the National Security Advisor. They must now respond to why there is 53 days of non-stop violence.
No, but
in the
how
state.
do you know? But you're not, how is it if people start preventing the police, the army from doing their action?
Yes.
I mean, that is unforgivable. I mean, you can't release
absolutely.
militants. I mean, women are not supposed to be, women are blockading streets in Manipur. That's unacceptable.
The safety and security of every nation, of every citizen in this nation, is in the hands of the state and the center, Rajdeep. So you must ask this question to the state and the center as to why they released in the first place, number one. Number two, in the past couple of weeks, there have been rumors in the state that several security forces have been siding with certain armed groups. This has enraged the people of Manipur. It has enraged the mothers who said that the military should be protecting both sides. But there have been attempts to have been proven evidences in which security forces have been found to burn houses, destroy public property, and also aid in certain groups who are in suspension of operation. That is why the mothers of Manipur right now are not trusting. They are not able to trust, and hence they are out there enraged. So we must not blame the mothers of Manipur. Rather, we should work with the mothers of Manipur to be able to bring the situation under control, and instead of blaming it on them, Rajdeep.
Well, okay, we'll take that as an answer for now. But Gladi Vaipai Hunjan, the fact is your family was displaced. I'm told a number of your family members have been rendered refugees. You come from a Kuki family. Is this now becoming about, each community blaming the other? Do you really see any bridge builders out there, people who can actually build bridges?
I think before we even build the bridges, let's see the gap between the two communities. Why do we even use a term that both sides suffer equally? I will never agree with that. 4,700 houses were burnt, and over 1,000 vehicles burned down. 237 churches were torched, burned, destroyed, looted. 180 villages and 109 people dead. Why do people keep saying both sides suffer equally? I will never agree with that.
I didn't use the word equally, but both sides have suffered, ma'am. Let's be clear, ma'am. Both sides have suffered. May not be equally, but both sides have suffered, and every person is an Indian citizen.
But it's not equal. No, Rajdeep. I know, but it's not equal. The suffering of Kukizo is enormous. The depth of our suffering is too much. Tell me how many refugees, how many internally displaced people with over 200 camps all over India. The Kukizo suffering. That is the reason why the media is not reporting the correct thing. Let me tell you, the Mera Paibi, the torchbearer, which the lady before me really praised about. They are supposed to be noble women. How can they threaten the army saying that we'll take our clothes out and we'll parade naked? What will the army do? Why can't we have a women contingent RAF, CAPF, women contingent stopping. What will our men in uniform do in front of a naked, Mera, Paibi, shameless people? What will they do? Tell me, if I'm in the army, if I'm a gentleman with my uniform, how can I...
Let's not...
No, let me speak.
Ma'am, one by one, Bina, I will let you respond. Bina, let's not...
I did not interrupt you. Let me speak.
Yes.
Let me speak. This is my time. Don't speak. I didn't interrupt you. Okay, let me speak. How can they parade naked? What will the Indian army do in front of a paraded naked woman? Why they come up thousands blocking the army all the time? If they are supposed to be... No, let me speak. I didn't interrupt you, okay? If they are supposed to be peace-loving community, why do they stop the army? Why do they say we will walk naked? What kind of morality you all have? I will never agree with Mera Paibi. It's for a moral cause. They are there to block because they know that the army will not touch them.